If you haven't seen it, rent it. It's really good. There, John Houseman plays this crusty old professor, Professor Kingsfield. Let us be Kingsfield, not GSA. Trust me. If you have questions about proposals, proposal writing, contact us. We do standard proposals in addition to GSA stuff. And I do want to mention Vicki Webb, who is saddled with pneumonia. She is the woman who writes our regular proposals, our SBA stuff. She really wanted to be here. She's really good at what she does. When she called me this morning, it was 25 hacks and coughs and then a word, and then 25 hacks and coughs and then a word, and I said, stay home. So, there's our number. Jamie back there is your first contact. That's Jamie Zell. He's Director of Sales and Marketing. This is Jenny Armstrong. She writes our GSA proposals. They're both really good at what they do. They put up with me and my Woody Allen whining all the time. So, that's Jamie's email address. That's our web address. We have a radio show called FedBiz Radio. Please listen to it. It's free, absolutely free. No money required. Now, questions? Yeah.
What will I find on FedBiz Radio?
Radio shows. That's a spitback. We have interviewed lots and lots of people inside the federal government and in corporations talking about various aspects of the government, proposal writing, and so forth.
You talk about getting some information on price and how do you really get that? That's pretty hard to get.
It's hard to get in the non-GSA world, that's true. The question was, how do you get price? But if you're doing a GSA proposal, see I'm rocking back and forth again. He didn't tell me to stop. Just kidding. Thank you, he shot me. This is good. If you're doing a GSA proposal, all of your competition is at gsaadvantage.gov. Look up over there what you're trying to sell. All of your competitors, all of their prices are at gsaadvantage.gov. Questions? Yes?
Mr. Suarez, the question
Pat,
about
call me Pat.
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 Jennifer.
My dad was Mr. Suarez. Yeah.
Excellent, thank you. We are sometimes, we're often in a bidding situation, and when we get the proposal, we know absolutely it's been written by a competitor.
But you bet.
And the reason I know that is because oftentimes we've been with the competitor that has written the proposal.
Yep.
How, being on the non-writer side of the proposal, how do we combat that? And is it even an advantageous situation to even respond if we know that's the situation?
Wow, you know what? You're my other new favorite person of the day after the man back there from DFAS. The question is, if you know that the solicitation was written by a competitor, why bother responding? You know, what's the point? First of all, there's nothing you can do about it. Second of all, you must have been like secretly watching me in my house, because that was a bullet point on a slide and I was made to remove it, so she wasn't paid to ask that question. There's not a whole lot you can do about it, but you know, for the solicitation that you see, still come in with a proposal. If you know what the rates are going to be, slide in just underneath them.
Sure.
Try that. Here's why. Because if you're technically acceptable and they're technically acceptable, they have to award on price. So go in anyway, take it in the shorts for this one.
Sure.
And at least you'll scare them, or at least make the team aware of it. Trying to unseat an incumbent is very, very difficult, but it can be done. But do it anyway. Now, how can you battle that in the future? Write some requirements of your own. Go in with something called an unsolicited proposal. If you know, and you should be doing this as part of your like CQ for the government agencies you're trying to sell to, if you know what their goals are, what programs and services and things they're going to need over the next 1 year, 5 year period, send in an unsolicited proposal for that stuff. They have to read it. Yes?
They have to qualify before they'll read it. So when you go to the FAR 15.6, you go to that FAR and you read it for unsolicited proposals. You hit every single point on that 2-page document. And make sure you answer every question. You can format it any way you want to. You can have it as long or as short as you want to. But every section has to be in there. And the primary thing is innovative and unique.
Right.
If it is neither of those things, if the agency has ever published anything that is comparable, then they'll throw it out. It has to be unique and innovative.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And don't go away. Keep pestering them with proposals, lower the price. When I worked for Northrop, and we were trying to, unsuccessfully, create the F-20 program, Northrop would frequently cost share a proposal. They had a way of finding out roughly how much the purchase request was for, which I always found was weird. And they would come in and say, for this little study on wingtip lights, we know the PR is roughly around 125,000. We'll cost share 50,000. They won every single program they did because they had the deep pockets to cost share the thing. So offer a cost share. So be creative like that. Questions?
I'd like to say something.
Yes.
Remember how you said in your proposal about grammar and spelling?
Oh yeah.
We had submitted like 350 pages.
Mm-hmm.
They found one error. It was a space,
Mm-hmm.
an extra space, and they brought it up to us at our orals. They had it marked. They went to the page and they said, "You put an extra space in there." I said, "I regret."
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Holy smoke.
Yeah.
And that person who found that was my English teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, look, thanks a lot. If you have questions, give us a yell. We'd love to work for you. I noticed there was a 23V, a 56, a couple of 899s. We process the room just like cops. Just kidding. Anyway, we'd love to help you with your stuff. Thank you very much, and we hope to hear from you soon.
Okay, thank you very much, Pat.